Greetings, gentry of the void. I'm CrimsonSlave, and I welcome you to my Insomnia files. I don't think that I've struggled so hard to start a video or to get through one in a while, because I would think middle of the day on a Sunday that there wouldn't need to be things popping up here and there to stop me from recording and doing what I'm trying to do. Technical issues have gotten in the way. I fixed that thing, and I need to keep looking this way. It's hard to do this sometimes. Anyway, this week has been interesting. Why, you ask? Because I think this week has been a balance of things being good, things being bad, and things happening at a faster rate than I wanted them to, and things that I need to do in relation to the things that are happening. Let's start with this. This is a box. Inside of this box is Dragon Age Veilgauard, a game that I've waited to play for years. Like, since I beat the last DLC of Dragon Age Inquisition and learned about where lyrium comes from, the implications about Stolas, Morrigan's mother, the prophecy, and how things are going to be done, BioWare being acquired by EA, the fall of... what was that game called? Storm something? Iron Storm? Anthem. Fall of Anthem. I always had fears that they wouldn't finish the Dragon Age series. And since years ago now, when I was introduced to the Dragon Age series by my good friend Shepard, who is a BioWare enthusiast, and I played Dragon Age 2, and then Inquisition. Sorry, I played Dragon Age and Inquisition, and then played Inquisition, beat Inquisition, questioned the story, and then went back, was shown the DLC where Corythius came from, and then went through all of Dragon Age with the DLCs, and then re-beat the entire series. I never knew that I could be so connected to something that I was like, what are you playing? And now I have the possible ending of the series in this box. Now, this, talking about it, and like having the majesty of what's in this box wash over me, I do feel a little bit better about this week. But going backward from Sunday to this Sunday, has been a strange week. For instance, my grandmother went to the hospital for high blood pressure, and that she got admitted on Friday. Friday was Halloween, so most of my Friday was taken up with being prepared to sit at the hospital for a long period of time. And there's a story for that too. There was a story for that too. But I do think that my week has been a collection of random stories of pivots and things that have happened. For instance, I finally, for like a moment, thought that my mother's car would get moved, so now that I can finally have a car, and that'll be a thing in my life. And that fell through, because literally at the apex of it becoming moved, the person that came to get it, their winch wouldn't activate. And that was kind of a sad letdown to have that happen. I think it was on Wednesday. I think it was on Tuesday or Wednesday, and that kind of fell through. And from there, I had some other stuff happen. The car did get moved, which is a cool thing. I'm happy about that. My grandmother had high blood pressure and she fell, and some other stuff happened, and then we took her to the hospital, which was a thing. But like, I guess I got the bullet point version of what I'm about to say, because my Halloween was eventful. It's eventful because, as I said, because I want to get through this whole thing. I want to get through this thing. I want to open this box. I want to do something else. I still have voodoos left. I do. Sweet, I have one. I did some stuff. Oh yeah, I cut my hair. I cut my hair because I realized that my ear is healed. My ear actually is healed. It says I'm picking at something. My ear is healed, but I think like officially, but because it got hit randomly one day, the backside of it is being slightly annoying because it's trying to calcify blood. So I need to go up and go get more wound care. And the front of my earring, in front of my butcher bar here, kept getting hair caught in it. So I got tired of that and just cut around it, and I realized it looked strange. So then I was like, I just cut some more, and I just cut like here to there, but not a barber. So I cut it enough so it wouldn't be around my ear. I need to go get it recut. But I was gonna get cut anyway because I want to dye this part of. I know I'm trying to use my camera. My logic of this. I want to dye this part of my hair green. This part of my hair, this part of my hair green. Well, not green. It's gonna be a weird blue, which I did actually. I moved it over there. Either way, I'm going to do that, and I just anyways gonna get cut, so I wanted to cut my hair. That's the thing. My Halloween was spent essentially waiting for people to show up, people coming in. Which was interesting and problematic all at the same time. But the story of my grandmother getting moved to the hospital is interesting. Essentially, okay, this is the story, because like literally this was a story in the box, and that's kind of a video. I'm already at 8 minutes, and I want to get through this because I'm not going to play it, and I'll get to that equation later too. But here's the story. Essentially, my aunt came over, checked on my grandmother, and she realized that she had a bruise somewhere in this area. She had a bruise, and then my aunt was like, do you know how she got a bruise? And I was like, I honestly thought it was dirt, because my grandmother, I thought it was dirt. I have no reason why I thought it was dirt. I thought it was dirt. So I thought it was dirt. She realized it was a bruise, and we were like, oh. And then the question was, how did she get the bruise? And no one in his family, no one in this house knows things. That's my grandparents, because they forget a lot. So the logic was, how'd you get it? And I was like, she could have gotten it when she fell. And then that led to the logic of, when did she fall? And I'm like, you don't know the information? They were like, no. I'm like, okay, well, she fell. She fell trying to give something, try to get some food to her husband, and she like fell like a few, like maybe like a half a foot to a foot from the bed, and she fell. I came in the room. I checked her out. I made sure her hip was in alignment. She was fine. I tested things, asked her questions. I went through the checklist of like my EMT friends told me things about to do when people fall and everything else. I was like, she was fine. And I put her into bed because she was, I wouldn't say freaking out, but she was just like worried. My grandmother gets over emotional about things. So she essentially just wanted to be put back in bed, put her in bed. And then the next day, my uncle was coming over for like 4 or 5 hours. So I figured that she would tell him because she was just overwhelmed by the situation of how she felt and all these things, and just wanted to go to sleep because she was super excited. And I was like, that makes sense. And I assume, told my uncle, and I kind of thought that information would disseminate amongst my family because my mom knew it happened, I knew it happened, and then a few hours later, my uncle knew it happened, but my uncle didn't know. So that's the thing. That led them to being overly concerned with like other things my grandmother has been concerned about, and then that just led to this logic of, well, check her blood pressure, and then we took her blood pressure, and it was super high. It was like in the 200, like 250, 238 range, which is bad. I didn't know about blood pressure and like how to read it, but apparently anything above 130 is bad. So we checked it, waited, and then my uncle didn't like our blood pressure monitor and it had a different blood pressure monitor. So we went to get that blood pressure monitor, and then it was still high. And then we all came to the conclusion, my uncle, me, and my grandmother, that if it was high the next day, she would go to the hospital. Now, that happened, and the next 12 hours passed. My grandmother's nurse came over, told her the situation, the situation, and then took her blood pressure and was still high. Called my uncle, was like, it's still high. So the logic was, she was to the hospital. So he came over, he waited, and then he was like, I have to go back home with my family, eat something, because we're going to be at the hospital probably a few hours. And if you've been to the hospital, or go to the emergency room, I don't think like where you are makes that opinion differently. But I feel if you go to a hospital room, wait times can just generally be long or bad because of how things are. So I was prepared to be at this hospital for a long period of time. And then he found out that they was. My mom got back, she got my grandmother dressed. My uncle was picked up, drove to the hospital, went there. Now, during this time period of getting my grandmother getting dressed, getting my uncle picked up, I essentially blacked out. I wouldn't say blacked out, probably isn't the word for it, but I think I like disassociated throughout the long process of having all this done. Because between driving to the hospital, getting her admitted, going through a checklist, doing these things, I kind of forgot most of the day that it was Halloween. I just did. I don't know how I did, but I did. And I got to the complete end of the day, and I was sitting in the waiting room, and I randomly got a Twitch alert. And I was like, what is this alert? And the alert was that someone gifted me a sub in a channel that I watch. I was like, what? So then I hopped in the stream and saw the stream. That was fun. Saw the stream. That was fun. And then Halloween came back into my head. I'm like, oh, she was doing an event for Halloween. And I was like, oh, okay, I should probably look at this stuff. And I watched the stream. And then like she had in the chat that she's getting sorry, Jennifer Agness. I don't know why I'm being vague about that. I watched Jennifer's stream, and that was fun. And it kind of made like sitting in the hospital a little more bearable because it lasted a little bit. And after like Jennifer's stream went off, essentially, because I had to like go and come back for my mother to go get her something. I came back to the conclusion that Halloween, I realized that it was like 10:30ish at night and Halloween was over. And just like there was just no part of my brain that thought to myself, I should do something, because like it was a lost cause at that point. Now, also because I was going to be there for so long, my grandmother freaking out about everything, was like, go get food. I'm like, I'll wait, you get a minute. And she's like, no, go get food. And I'm like, okay. I go to Taco Bell. And Taco Bell being Taco Bell. Taco Bell on Halloween night, semi-crowded. But I didn't feel like getting out and going into Taco Bell because I figured that if the drive-thru was long, then there'd probably be like 20 to 30 people inside Taco Bell, hungover, people coming from parties, people trying to get fifth meal, friends coming back from parties, people waiting for food, people doing pickup. So I figured if it was going to wait Taco Bell either way, it was just either way, I'll go to the drive-thru because I wanted to go back to the hospital, check my grandmother, eat, and then continue waiting for her to be admitted, and then eventually go home. Because when I rode in an ambulance with my grandfather, like not that long ago, actually, it took him 5.5 hours to get seen, admitted, them to run a few tests, them to do scans before he stayed in the hospital. Then eventually he had. It took a while. So as I was sitting in the Taco Bell drive-through, it was super slow, mostly because someone ahead of me kept having people get out of the car, go inside Taco Bell. So eventually the person in front of me was frustrated and he wanted his food. He couldn't get out because he was already stuck in the line. So his meal took forever, I guess, because of that fact. And then the person ahead of him had a longer order. So drive-through kind of got backed up because of those two factors. And then someone, like, and behind me in the Taco Bell drive-through, everyone was doing things. So as I get to my time in line, because I'm sitting there listening to a D&D podcast, I'm enjoying the podcast, I got to order my food. I got to say hello. I got to say hello. The person told me that they would be with me shortly. Then something happened that I cannot see. I mean this. I can't see it. But I heard a large argument. I heard slamming of doors. I heard people yelling. I heard people saying words like, you can't do this. Try me, bitch. Let's go then. And then this yelling and conversation got louder. And then I hear police sirens. Mind you, whatever is going down, which is, I currently live in Florida. I don't ever like get overly concerned about like living in Florida because I don't do anything. I just basically stay here currently. So I forget at times Florida has weird shit go down. So it wasn't until the moment that I was trapped in the drive-thru with a car, two cars stuck in front of me, two cars stuck behind me, and I just hear random yelling, arguments break out, try me, slamming of doors, that I realized if there was going to be a shooting anywhere in Florida, to make one of those, in today's news, insert thing happened at Florida Taco Bell, my brain was like, if a shooting popped off at a Taco Bell in Florida on Halloween night, it wouldn't be strange. It would just be a Florida story. And I was like, oh, fuck, I can't move. But I'm gonna continue. Siren showed up, and then I heard 2 cars peel away, and then a car crash, and then saw people running away on foot. I say there were 2 cop cars, but I couldn't see them from my perspective because I was like deep in the drive-thru. So I could only see 2 cars, because when I heard cars drive away, I heard police go after those cars. I saw people run away, and I heard another car. So maybe it was like 3 or 4 cars? Because from my perspective, I could only see one thing. And I heard a car get hit, and then from the back of the drive-thru, from where I could see, there was a gray car that showed up. And then I got to see like real police stuff, because the sheriff was like, everyone stop the car, cut the car off. Everyone put their hands up, all 4 hands out of the car, and I got to see people get interrogated, all the while being like, I just want a Lux box and a burrito. But I digress. That was the thing I got to see. I got to see someone being interrogated. A bunch of people walking around in the drive-thru, and eventually, a bunch of talking. I heard things. The police side, the red and blue lights cut off, and the person was like, "I'm sorry about that. How can I help you?" And I got my Lux box and my burrito. Yeah, that was the whole thing. And the cool thing was, people in Taco Bell were dressed up, which was kind of cool, because one person was dressed as female Joker, but it was a mix between Jared Leto Joker and Killing Joker. It's a really cool thing. She had a bunch of fake haha tattoos from Jared Leto, but she had traditional Killing Joker makeup. I thought it was a cool concept. I think it's because I've been talking about plenty of times, and the person has tattoos. So I guess she tried to like go for something that made sense with it, because she still had to wear her Taco Bell uniform. So, I guess it makes sense. I then go back to the hospital, eat my food, and then I went through that whole process, talked to my uncle about things, got tested. Wait for her, she got tested, and she essentially, her blood pressure never really went down. So she got kept at the hospital and for observation. Literally 10 minutes ago, I'm recording this. She's apparently fine to come home, we guess. So we'll see with that. We'll see what happens from that. And yeah, that was my Halloween. So, despite bad logic and how things went, I had a Halloween story. And I have this box. Sometimes you don't know what to think about life, and then you get handed something in the end. It's weird. So, let me open this, because I realized that I didn't charge my MacBook. And I should probably do this for my MacBook because I don't want screen mirroring anymore. I also got a weird thing this week. I was like, your local GameStop is closing. And I was like, that's interesting. I don't know what to make of that, but it was interesting, for sure. So I used to work at GameStop. I know like the inner workings of GameStop and everything else, but I've been here in 2 years. Who knows? Who knows what changes? Okay. Here's the thing. I got a pre-order. This is a pre-order. This is a $200 pre-order, and it's these things. It's a collector's edition version of the game. Oh my god! I don't know if you can see this. Literally, this big box. Like what's under this is the pre-order, but the game's just on top. Like they couldn't be bothered to do it differently. Just like, whatever. There's the game. Throw it in the box with the collector's edition. And it's just the standard edition of the game. But hey, yeah, here. I have the deluxe edition of Veilgauard. Everyone has a Veilgauard if you pre-order it, I guess. Oh god, that's just so fucking funny. Despite that, I'm not really happy to play this. I'll get to why I can't play this right now when I'm done unboxing this. Sorry, it's so funny to me. This is important to my security. So I paid. Huh? I'm gonna say about that. Ooh, that looks cool. Wait, maybe I can lift this. Make this a little easier for myself. 1 second, you are about to experience elevation and possibly scuff. Let's see. Now if I turn this downward, will it fall? That's decent, I guess. Okay. Oh, these come out. Oh. Oh, it's a whole thing. That's cool. Look at that. These are the. It's falling. I knew it would fall. I knew it would happen. Say that. Say right there, please. Look at this. Look at that. I don't know if this is the thing, but these are probably your companions in a new game. I assume. This is me. My one happens. He's also going to be the main character. And I don't think any of these people look familiar to me. Nope. Oh, it's obviously Varric. That's probably Varric. This might be the mage from the game, because Solus isn't gonna be in your main party in the game for sure. But you know, I probably thought Cassandra would be on this. But I don't think any of these people are Cassandra. Interesting. That's totally Varric there. Not Liliana. Victoria. I thought the mage from 3, the female mage. Not Sarah. Not Dorian. Dorian's a guy. It doesn't matter. It's super hard. See? My excitement's coming back. Let's see. Do you come out like this? Oh, you lift up. I see. I see. Well, this fall out. Try not to leak anything. Oh, it's a box. Oh. It lifts up. That's cool. What does that say? I can't read upside down. Things always seem impossible at the beginning. Just fight one battle at a time. They must. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. They're gonna die in this game? After surviving every game up to this point and the DLC? I don't like that. I don't like that either. Varric might die. I like Varric. But this is a thing. This is for this is for this. It's not important. What do you say? 9 years ago, we released the final chapter of Dragon Age Trespasser. At the time, we talked about what the final shot would be. We thought it would be a cool in to stab the map. I thought it'd be cool to end with a dagger stab the map. Where? In the middle of Mr. Ross. Because pretty sure they wanted to go there in this game. True. Now we're releasing the newest chapter. Newest chapter? Maybe they won't end it. Dragon Age is finally making a good promise we weren't completely sure we'd be making. But where else would we go besides Hearts of Tevinter, the magical empire that's always lurked in the edges of Dragon Age stories? And while we shaped the game and the story shifted over time, we knew that one would tell the story of Solus once and for all, and for that we shifted the course. Oh my god, this is so good. This is good, so good to me. And fans of the franchise ourselves, we wanted to honor the rich legacy of Dragon Age games that have come before by welcoming new players and to join Thedos. To us, that meant returning to our core tenets of authentic and relatable characters, rich world building, and the stories that at times joyous and other times heartbreaking. Perhaps more importantly, we wanted to build a game in which you could see yourself, whether through your companions you'll meet or the characters you create. It's taken combined efforts of hundreds of people to craft the experience, and each put ourselves into it. We are beyond proud of every single member of this team, incredibly grateful for the patience that you, our fans, have shown. To us, this Dragon Age game is a return to the storytelling BioWare is known for, the characters you care about, and that their story matters. Welcome back to Thedos. That is so fucking cool. Sorry, I'm really happy about this because someone just waited for a long time for like the new Dragon Age game. That was super happy. Thank for it. But I don't like this. I like this, but I don't like this. What if Varric dies? I don't want that to happen. I'm not calling this for myself. I like Varric. But this is cool. I can put batteries in it and just lights up. Sorry, there's very few things I'm actually ever excited about gaming wise. Like I freaked out with I like collector editions, but like there's very few games that like I want collector editions for. Like something like might be cool to have it, but like something I'm just like, yes, I have to have this. And I'm very happy that I actually got to get this. Look at this box. Look at that. Look at that. It says Dragon Age on it. Varric quote. I like that. But like, there's things in it. And I think there's something else under this, right? Yes! I have other things! Look! Oh, crap. The other thing! Look at the other things! Other things! I forget what this is. Oh wait, this is a map. I'm not gonna look at this map because that's a spoiler. Because this is the new map of the game. In this really cool game thing. I don't want to look. Fuck it. You know, whatever. It's all Theta Indian. Look at it. Holy shit! That means a map. That's big. It looks upside down. It is upside down. I'm determining that's upside down. It looks upside down. That's cool. This map is going to be annoying to navigate. Looking at it from this perspective. Huh. Well, I opened it. I have an opinion now. I have an opinion now. Oh, this is the thing. This is a potion. This is a potion. This is a potion bottle. Warning, choking hazard. Look at that. Like a potion bottle. At least from Nate. Really on Nate. If I ever get to do another D&D campaign, I'll totally use that as a thing. These are tarot cards that I'm not gonna open until I play the game probably. But this is cool because it's thick. That's important. That's important for one reason. When you play Dragon Age games, there'll always be like little things that pop up on the screen that has like fates or things mixed into them, and it always refers to cards. I don't remember Dragon Age Edition having anything like that, but I got it for this because I thought it'd be super cool to have tarot cards that like match how the game goes. So that's cool. And I think this here is a D10, maybe a D8. So D20 is really big. It's a D10. Huh. See, I didn't get to see this well in the pre-order description of it, but it has different stuff on it. That's interesting. I wonder. Oh, the classes stuff. Oh, I see. Magic, forward. Oh, the class things. Oh, look at that. It's kind of cool. So yeah, it totally delivered on my happiness level. Ugh. Please go back to your thing. I figured that I opened this too big and I was not going to fit back the way it came out. No, it did. But I think this is the USB thing that charges the dagger. This is the dagger, despite how big it is. I don't think there's anything under this. I think this was the pre-order. These things. This is a secret thing. That's not. But yeah, this is my pre-order. Yeah. I'm happy about it. A lot of things going wrong and okay. It's nice to have. What are in these holes? Nothing. Okay. It's nice to have some random stuff be cool, go right. I plug it in here. Gotcha. But yeah, this is my cool pre-order. This is my cool, awesome pre-order that I'm super happy about. And despite all of my real excitement for this, I'm going to take a picture with this when I get done. I can't play it. Now, what that means is weird. I have the game. Well, this isn't the game. This is the game. But I have all this cool stuff and I can't play it yet. The reason why I can't play this yet is because I started playing Dragon Age Inquisition. I started streaming it. I gotta go back to that, which I'm about to get into. I started streaming Dragon Age Inquisition and realized that my story stuff was there, but I'm not 100% sure all of my story stuff carried over into the thing, because the BioWare servers are still open and they're still up, which means that when you usually beat a Dragon Age game, where you beat it, what you beat matters. So I beat Dragon Age Inquisition completely, and then I beat it completely again when both DLCs came out. But because I'm currently in Florida, and implications go along with that, I do not remember if I beat it on PS3 when I originally bought Dragon Age Inquisition 4, or if I beat it on my Xbox One at the time. So I have no idea where this data is, and because of that, I had this idea a month and a half ago that I would go through the entire Dragon Age story, beat it, do the DLC, beat that, and be in time to play this game. My third recording of Dragon Age, I was like, I don't know why I made that goal. I still kind of don't know why I thought I could beat Dragon Age. I wasn't like playing it every day I could. Like I was like, I think that even me playing Elden Ring with every possible moment, bearing like the 2 weeks I was sick and didn't want to do anything, I was depressed. Maybe like 3 weeks in there that I didn't do anything. It took me 15, 17 sessions to beat Elden Ring, and I knew what I was doing for most of that. I want Dragon Age after not touching it, not beating it for like over 5 years. I don't remember when I beat Dragon Age last. I knew that it was in my original recording when I was playing it, come in a new game, but yeah, I can't play this right now because I want to play this. I do, but I want to play this with all the DLC and all of that rolled into this character, because with every Dragon Age game you do play different characters, but who you befriended, what you did, places that you went to, essentially the lore that you create with character with each game carries over to the next game. And because of that, I want to have all of my stuff sorted out, especially the soulless stuff sorted out going into the new game. Because I think that, like, stuff about soulless, and if you have I'm not gonna ruin it for you, but I want to know a lot if that's going to matter in this game. So I want to be sure that, like, I pick friend or foe and my opinion on soulless matters going into this beating Inquisition. So if the theory is that you're going to finally get to know the complete story about how that went down, lore-wise, and Morgan's mother, want all that straight going into this game. So that is everything else, and that is the update. Now, I will have another unboxing in 2 weeks. myself. Why'd I do this to myself? But yeah, I have to get Assassin's Creed Shadows on the 18th. I hate myself sometimes because I do dumb choices, not wise ones. But this week coming, at least, I have nothing else. Literally nothing else. I don't have anything planned. I don't have anything cool going on. I don't have a thing for anything. I had planned to go see a movie at some point this week, and I also want to try to go see a movie on Halloween. Obviously, I spent my day in the hospital, so that didn't work out, and that just became its own thing. So that is the update. Now I'm happy that I'm doing this video. I'm going to take a picture with my cool box. But yeah. I am super happy about how this happened, and it really did make my day a little happier. So I thank you for watching my video. If you watch the video, people really do. But if you ever do, I'm happy that I made this video, and I'm happy that people maybe will watch it one day. So until the next one and next week, I hope that your week was fun. I really do hope your week's better than mine. Happy and as excited as I am right now in this moment, I have this cool new thing. I also know that my week was wrought with depression. It's wrought with depression and questioning of my life. So I'm happy that I can end my week retelling everything in a better way. So until the next one, ta. I forgot I didn't do the thing right. Until next week, ta.